Hi, I hope all is well wherever you are. Happy first day of spring. I am looking at the remaining sunset of today, and it looks so beautiful, so soft. Today was good. I got up late. I decided to sleep in today because I can. And then I got my laundry done today, cleaned up my space because my desk was looking a mess. So I had to go ahead and clean all of that up. And I did go out today. My original plan was to go to another botanical garden, but the one I had two choices, but they were both 2 hours out opposite directions, and I didn't feel like driving too far anywhere today. So I said, you know what, just never mind. And so I kind of just chilled out, cleaned up, stayed home. But with today being the first day of spring, I was like, come on, the sun is out. And I felt good. So I said, okay, you know what, we'll just keep it local. So I went to one of my local parks that was close to the water, and I took my blanket, laid down up under the trees, but still kissed by the sun. And I chilled. I just laid there. I didn't bring no books or nothing. I put on my music and I sang. And the park wasn't crowded. I pretty much had that little area to myself because it's close to that frisbee thing that all of the parks have now with the little metal nets. It was too windy for all that, so it wasn't too many people out there in that area playing or whatnot. So I pretty much had that space to myself today, and it felt so good. The sun wasn't too hot. Just bless me, okay? It was just so calming. The waves were crashing. Like, it was just such a vibe. And I love it so much. And like, I know we are all on our own journey through this thing called life. This whole experience. We have things in common, and our paths will differ. And I've said this before, but like, I love solitude. Like, it truly is my happy place. There is just nothing like peace and quiet and just, I love it so much. And nothing like it's become a thing where, like, I've never really cared for crowds anyway, but I love the quiet. So I had a small family gathering recently at my aunt's place, and I went, see everybody, give everybody a hug. Hey, how you doing? It's been a while. Like, I love my family. I really do. I love y'all. It's just a bit much now, I was so overstimulated. Like, it was just so loud. And I don't remember, like, I can't remember if I wear my hearing aids when I'm amongst like all of us together or not, because of how loud we can be collectively. And I had my hearing aids on that day, and it was just too much. But I couldn't really turn them off because when I was having, one-on-one conversations with, different family members, I needed to be able to hear them. It was just like a huge realization for me, because I ain't go front, when we were at our last place, we had gatherings frequently, and almost every Friday, like almost every weekend, almost. People would come, our family would show up, because Mama does her thing on Friday. Like Fridays are her jam days, and it was nothing for our people to show up. Now, I wasn't out there every time we had a gathering either. Sometimes I stayed my behind right inside watching my TV or listening to my music. I wasn't outside all the time. But like I was there. I was at this most recent get together, and I'm just like having like an aha moment of where it was kind of like I knew I didn't want to go outside. Like I knew it was already too loud, and it was loud with my hearing aids on, and I wouldn't be able to catch everything that was being said if I took my hearing aids off. So I said, I'm just gonna stay inside. And like I said, I was already overstimulated. So, and another thing, just stop myself from going all over the place. But let me just say this because it's on the tip of my tongue. I thrive, what I've learned about myself, I thrive in one-on-one interactions. That is where you will get all of me. And I can be myself and not be as in my head. Like I thrive on one-on-one interactions. And I did have them. Like I had cousins. I talked to a couple of cousins inside the house, like one-on-one conversations, and it is fine. But when it's like a lot of voices and all of this, it's just too much for Brandy. It's too much. And I realized, I don't have to set myself aside and just try to fake it just for the sake of nobody thinking that I'm being standoffish. I had somebody tell me that. But I didn't care. Like I knew what, I knew how I felt, and I was standing by how I felt. And I just really wanted to go back home to peace and quiet and everything. And don't get me wrong, like we have a family chat that everybody is a part of. But yeah, like I realized like I don't have to fake the funk. I don't have to do anything that I don't want to do. I don't have to do anything to appease or please. No. And I feel like my family knows me enough to know that I don't have any ill intention or, it's nothing negative or anything like that. That's just where I am. And I am in a place where I am honoring my feelings first. And I cannot care too much about what people think of that. And people will include my family. And because they know me, and they know I love them. So like, yeah, I mean, I had that thought. I had that thought. And I was ready to go. I was ready to just come back home and just come back into my room. I love being in my space. a lot. I really do. And like I kind of get my uncle, like, cause he's like the family recluse. Like we really do not see him that much. But I get it. I get it. But it might be something else with that situation though. But yeah, I know I love being home. And I do enjoy seeing my family as well. But it's like when things change within and you realize, you don't have to do the things that you've been doing, there is freedom in that. And I love that for me. I love that I came to that realization. And even when it comes to, the one-on-one stuff, like, yeah, that I feel would be my preference, would be one-on-one connections and everything. Yeah, group stuff, it may not look like it from the outside looking in, but it triggers certain anxieties for me. It may trigger, insecurities about my hearing. And I just choose not to put myself in places and situations that would make me feel like that. Or if, somebody had a question about it, like I have no problems with, defending how I feel about it. It just makes you realize like how much influence your family can have over you. you know and you just shouldn't live to please others when you're displeasing yourself. That's not how that's supposed to go. That's not how that's supposed to work. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for clarity. I'm thankful for awareness. That I am able to articulate better how I feel about things, people, and places. I'm thankful that I do have my family. You know, no matter what, flaws and all. I've been seeing a lot of people going no contact with their parents lately, and that makes me sad for them. But there are so many reasons people do that, and it really just makes me thankful for my relationship with my mother. I saw a girl today celebrating her 21st birthday by herself because she went no contact with, it looks or it appears to be her entire family. And it just felt heavy. It felt really heavy. And it just makes me more appreciative to have the mama that I have, flaws and all. I don't talk about my dad. I don't think about him. It's practically a non-factor. No ill will or anything. It's just non-existent. And I got the parent that was there, and that's what matters. But when you see stuff like that, it just makes you realize how many broken people there are in the world. And at this rate, we all got something to work on, work towards, to sift through, to recover from. All the things, we all got something. And even that, it just makes you thankful for the things in life that you don't have to deal with. Truly, because, some people in the world, they have some very, rough, traumatizing parts of their human experiences, and that does make me grateful for my life in some situation that I don't have to recover from. So yeah, that took a turn. That took a turn. I did not anticipate that, but speak freely, Brandy. Speak freely. And so that's what that was. But me, myself, and I, I'm doing good. We're in a new season, thankfully. And with this, nothing much is changing as far as what I'm doing. I gotta finish the Gita, because that's supposed to be per quarter that I spend with a certain spiritual practice. I gotta finish the Gita, and I need to visit hold on. So the other thing I was supposed to do this quarter, which I still got a couple of days, 10 days, is to visit a temple, a Hindu temple. And I have one, in my city. So I will see if I can, attend a service. Why does that make me nervous? I don't know. Because it's my mind is thinking church. And I don't care for the church house. But this is different, because I really have enjoyed reading the Bhagavad Gita. So many aha moments, so many eye-opening moments. I loved it. So I can take my love for the test in Hinduism and go to this physical place and still feel that way, right? And you won't know, like I won't know until I try. Like I won't know what the experience is like until I experience it, you know? I'm gonna go. I'm going to go. Like I'm gonna go. Matter of fact, I'm gonna look and confirm the address before I chicken out. So yeah. And I had thought about doing a video where I talk about all that I've learned, or the parts that have meant the most to me. I've also used, Chat GPT to further, clarify some things for me, which, helped. And yeah. And I'm almost done with the book. I've been taking my time, and then some chapters have just blown me away to the point of I needed a break from the book. And I started a Chat GPT Gita journal that I want to, put into a little small notebook. But I think I'm going to do that at the end of the year with all 4 spiritual practices and everything that I have asked for regarding clarification. It's going to go into one single spiritual practice notebook. But yes, Hinduism has been, and just the small piece that I've chose to focus on, which is the Bhagavad Gita, has been, oh my gosh, like clarified so much for me in my life. And oh my goodness, yeah. Maybe I'll talk about it, maybe I won't. I don't know, because it's a lot. It's a lot. And I feel like, this was just for me to experience. Because, spirituality can, and religion can be like a finicky topic or what have you. And so it's like, But again, that's what my channel is for. My channel is for me to document my human experience, and I have to tell myself that. But that's the video. I am going to finish my next load and probably read a little bit tonight, because I got 10 days to finish this book. And then track down this temple, see where it's at exactly, and when I can go to one of their services. And what if I end up like loving it? That's another thing. Then I'm gonna let you go. And that's another thing about like life in general, is to train my mind to deviate away from worst case scenario thinking first. It could go either way. You either gonna like it or you may not like it. But let's go with, what if you do like it first? And I'm still working on myself with that, because I have blocked myself from many opportunities in the past for like, it ain't gonna work. No, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna go. It's not gonna be right. It's no. No. It just shut it down before I even give myself the chance to even experience it, and I don't want to do that to myself anymore. Like, I don't. And I know that now. I'm aware of that now. So it's like, when my mind is like, oh man, you've done a little bit of church stuff in your life before, you didn't like it, this might be more of the same. And it's like, come on now. Number one, it's a whole different spiritual practice. Number one. Number two, You enjoyed the text that you read associated with this spiritual practice. Okay? Overjoyed it. You love it. Like, don't start with the BS. Just go. Just go. And you know what? You have the ability to leave if it's not what you think, if you're not feeling it. But you gotta go to determine if you're gonna be feeling it or not, you know? And that's just me talking to me. Because I don't want to talk myself out of stuff anymore. I don't want to do that. You know, you have to at least experience things. So, yeah. It's not even a constant battle. It's just, and it's good. It's good that I've reached such a level of awareness within myself that I'm able to, like, you know, nip that in the bud. Negative thinking or worst case scenario thinking. Like, stop. And I'm so thankful for that voice. I'm so thankful. I'll see y'all around.